Today we're making our version of a traditional Mexican dish, Discada. Discada will feed an army. I mean, there's all kinds of goodies in this. We got chorizo. What I've got here is some homemade sausage dogs, right? Over here, we got some ribeye steak, pork, potato, bacon. I don't know if you can see it all. We got tomatoes. I've got some poblano peppers, red bells, bunch of seasonings, cilantro. Let's get things started. Got a couple of tablespoons of cooking oil, 1 pound of bacon already chopped up, as you can see. You can see our bacon's getting done. Now we're just going to push this bacon up on the side. By the way, it's been about 11 minutes, and I've got this plow disc up on high, just so you know how I'm cooking today. All right, get our bacon out of the way. Now I got a ½ pound of chorizo, right? We're just going to chop this up. And by the way, a metal spatula would work better, but the metal spatula, it makes sounds and it's hard to hear when you're hitting the side. Just for the video purposes, for the audio, I use the plastic so it's not as annoying in terms of the audio quality. So we're just going to cook this chorizo up, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, and move on to the next ingredient. It's been 4 or 5 minutes. Our chorizo's all done. We're going to get it up here on the side. Get it out of the way. Got our chorizo out of the way. I think we've got enough oil. What I've got here are 2 Idaho potatoes. They weren't very big, that's why I used 2. If you had one of them ginormous bacon potatoes, I'd probably use only 1 of those. Anyway, we're going to fry these bad boys up. You can see it took our temp down a little bit, but once it comes back up to temp and these get fried up, we'll move on to the next ingredient. On these potatoes, I'm just going to come in with a pinch of cracked black pepper. Then we're going to come in with a pinch of kosher salt. Okay. Just keep on cooking these bad boys. These taters have been cooking about 25 minutes. Just look at the beautiful color in them. I think they're done enough for me. All right. When you're cooking this, you might want to have a few of your buddies over, sit around and drink some beers. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time to cook. We've got a lot of awesome stuff here to cook. Okay. Now, I'm just going to get these potatoes up out of the way, right? Then I got that pork chop. Going to go ahead and get it in here all cut up. This pork chop weighed 0.8 pounds. That's about 13 ounces. It's not going to take very long to cook. And then this ribeye was right at 1 pound. All right. All right. Total cook time, not for the meat. I'm talking about total from when we started the bacon. So far has been 57 minutes. Okay, we're going to get our ribeye and our pork out of the way. Hey, some people use flank steak, by the way. Go ahead and use flank steak if that's what you want to use. I'll take, I like flank steak. I make it sometimes, but I'll take a ribeye over a flank steak any day. Okay. Now, this is called a Texas hot. Okay. Some recipes I've researched for Discada call out 2 hot dogs. My daughter bought me one of those meat club things for Christmas, where you get a shipment each month for so many months. And these Texas hot came in it this past month. It looked good. I don't know if you can see that or not. I mean, it looks a lot better than a... Oops, sorry. Well, maybe you're not going to get to see it after all. Looks a lot better than a hot dog. You can see the different seasonings and stuff. I don't know how spicy it's going to be. It's called Texas hot. We'll find out soon enough. Might have been 3, 4, 5 minutes. Who knows? Not too long. Our sausage is done. Just look. That chorizo, I don't know if you guys cook much with chorizo, but it just adds color and seasoning to everything that comes in behind it. Okay. Yeah, I've got 2. These were like small to medium size yellow onions. and 2 jalapenos that we've diced up. Okay. We're going to cook these till they get soft. Yes, sirree. Now to season this, I'm going to use some of this, I don't know how to say it, baja, adobo, I probably didn't say it right, and sazon. If you don't have this, just look in the description box, and I'll put what you can use. You can use salt, pepper, cumin. It won't turn out exactly the same, but if you don't want to go buy that, hey, you don't have to. We keep it here at the house. You can get it at Publix. It just adds awesome, awesome flavor. Just look at those veggies, yes sirree. This might make me want to move to Mexico. It's looking so good. All right, it's only been a few minutes. You can see those onions and jalapenos are all softened up. I'm going to get them off to the side here. Maybe I am. Got to get some of that oil out. That's the thing, right? If you don't have the oil out, it'll fall back down on you. And what I've got here is a poblano and a red bell pepper. Now you could have added this when you put the onions and the jalapeno in, but my son does not like bell peppers. So if you've had, if you've had a poblano, they taste a little bit like a bell pepper, except they have some spice to them, whereas the bell pepper has none. So I'm cooking these separate so we can still enjoy them, but my son won't have to have these, because like I say, if you put a bell pepper in something, he won't eat it. Because I am cooking these separate, and I'm not going to mix it in towards the end here, I am going to hit these up with a little, I've got a pinch of salt and pepper mixed up. Not a lot, right? Not even probably a 1/16 or 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just going to cook these up till they're softened up, and then I'm going to show you how this dish all comes together. Please stay with me. Our peppers are softened up. A total cook time from the very beginning when we put that bacon in, it's been 1 hour and 18 minutes, right? Now you could speed the cook time up if you cut these things in smaller pieces. The potatoes took 20 minutes if I remember right. And the bacon took a little longer because I didn't really have the plow disc here heated up all the way. Now what I'm going to do, I got 2 tablespoons of garlic. Okay. Just don't want to burn it, right? Keep stirring it. Doesn't take much. Release some of those nice, awesome garlic flavors. I got about 15 ounces of tomatoes, right? If you have fresh, that's great. I ordered fresh tomatoes 3 days ago. After 3 days, they molded. I was a little disappointed in that, so I got canned tomatoes here. Stay with me another couple of minutes. Let me heat these tomatoes up, and I'm going to show you how we're going to finish this dish off. It's only been 1 or 2 minutes. Let me get those peppers out of there. Okay. Now what we're going to do, I'm sorry, like I say, if you're making this and you don't have this problem I do where your son doesn't like the peppers, you can put it all in together. Okay. Let me get these up out of here. All right, now what we're going to do is mix all this goodness together. Okay? You probably saw this coming. The chorizo, the steak, the pork, the bacon. It's been staying up here warm on the sides. Right? Got our potatoes in there. Look, he may have to eat one of those peppers. I don't want to tell him. If he's hungry, he'll eat it, right? We're going to get this all mixed up. That's what I am talking about right there. Okay? And the beautiful thing about these plow disc cookers, if you've never cooked with one, is you keep this stuff up on the side. It keeps everything warm. All right? Now I've got 1 Mexican beer, Modelo Negra. You put in as much as you want. Okay? That's about a half. By the way, if there's any left over, I'll get to drink it. I believe it's a 12-ounce bottle, so that's probably 8 ounces. I think that's just about right, okay? So I'll get to drink the rest of that. Oh yeah, now all we're doing is getting all these flavors to marry in together, making sure everything's nice and hot, okay? And now what I've got, that's about a half of a bunch of cilantro that we picked up at the store, of course. And here what we've got, lemon juice. Oh, I'm sorry, lime juice. Okay, that's 1/2 of a lime. The juice from 1/2 of a lime. Now we're just going to mix this up. Oh, I can't tell you. I know you've heard in many videos. It's a cliche about the smell-o-vision. But trust me, trust me, trust me. This smells incredible. Okay. Now, while this is heating up all together and those flavors are all blending in, the final step is let's get some corn tortillas heating up on this bad boy. And as soon as these are heated up, we're ready to go into the taste test mode. It's been like a minute or two. I'm just going to turn these over, right? Get each side all heated up. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, first time I've made Discada. I can't tell you how excited I am to give this a try and see how good it is. I've watched YouTube videos. I've Googled it. And by the way, if you're from Mexico and I didn't do it authentic, I didn't mean to offend anyone. Let me know what I did wrong. And I tell you what, I think it's going to be awesome. You can see if you make something like this, all your friends show up. We're going to do a taste test on these. Do you care which one? Does it matter? I care. Okay. Tammy made some black beans and onion, and it's probably got other stuff in it. You know her. All right. Like I say, I've researched this for a few months. I've never had it. This is my first. Have you had this? You're from Arizona. It's Discada. Mm-mm. Okay.
Yep. This is so delicious.
I'm so glad I took a big bite.
It's super good.
Look, obviously if you're worried about your cholesterol, this is the wrong thing to eat.
It's really, really good.
But if you're talking about flavor,
wow.
Tender, I'm sorry. Oh.
Wow.
So I think the total cook time on this was 1 hour and 37 minutes. I gotta try these beans too. Oh yeah.
Great.
I don't know what to say. It's absolutely incredible. It's just like this flavor explosion. Do you like roller coasters on that first hill? That's what this is like when you bite into it, isn't it? Everything is juicy, tender. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe if you're not a subscriber already.
This is so good.
Hit the bell. You'll be notified of all of our new videos.
This is really fantastic. You did great.